Hi, welcome back to the tip of the day. I'm about to show you a video that I actually wasn't going to post because slightly embarrassing, but I decided to post it anyways because I want to motivate you. I want to motivate you to try something new, to engage in a new hobby that you never ever would have done otherwise, and that totally for me is painting. I'm always like, you need talent to do it. I am so untalented. But I gave it a try, and you know what? It's really a lot of fun. When I first became a mom, I sort of was like, oh, I'm so bored home. And my husband was always like, get a hobby, get a hobby, get a hobby. And now I'm like a hobby hoarder. I have like a new hobby every month. I'm good at none of them, but I love trying them. Trying new things. I love buying all the supplies that I need. But a lot of them are really cost effective, like balloon animals. That was one of my many hobbies. Anyways, the point is, get out of your comfort zone. Get off the couch, shut off the TV, and try something new. Have a little bit of fun, do a new hobby, and you never know, you might find your calling, something that you're really, really good at. Painting is not mine, but with a little bit of effort and a little extra time, I actually did this one. It's a little bit better than the one I'm going to show you, but I use the same techniques. We're getting there. It's a little bit better, but anyone can be an artist. With a little bit of work, anyone can do anything. Just need to have the courage to try. That's your tip. See you next time. Hi, welcome back to the tip of the day. Have you ever seen some modern abstract artwork and thought, oh my god, my 4-year-old or my kid or I could totally do that? It looks nice, but it looks super easy, right? Well, I'm gonna see how easy it really is. I got some canvases. They were like $5 for 2 from Michael's. They were on sale, so I picked some up and I thought, I'm just going to try it with some of my leftover latex paint that I have for the house. So here's what you need. I don't know how it's going to turn out. If it's really crappy, I'm not going to post this vlog. So you may never see this, and if you do, it turned out alright. So here we go. This is what you need to get started. Canvas. Then you're going to need a bunch of your house paints. And it's nice because you know that it's going to match if you use all the paints from your house. So we've got the red from my accent wall, we've got some dark gray, some chocolate brown, and some different shades of beige. I'm going to start with the lightest shade of beige and completely cover the canvas. Then when it's still wet, I'm going to just dip into some of the different colors and just drag it across with a really, really dry brush. So I've got a whole bunch of different size brushes here. Look at these. These are terrible, aren't they? And of course my handy dandy paint opener. And that's all you need to create your work of art. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes and I'll quickly show you what we have so far. So here it is. I know, you're like, what the heck is that? What I did was started with the base color and then just dip it in one of these paint cans. Crazy. Sometimes I mix it. Sometimes I dip it in like this one and then a little bit of this one. And then you want to get a lot of the paint off because you don't want like a huge glob of paint. So you're almost like dry brushing and then just, can you see? Sorry. It's hard to do this. Just, you know, do this along. It's looking a little dark, so I'm going to grab some light white out of this can. With the same brush, I know. What the heck, eh? Get a lot off, and then just really lightly, just going to swoosh it. Sort of thing. Get rid of those big globs there. Okay, so you get the point. Then I'm going to let this dry. Now on top of this, what you can do is if you want like little squares, you just tape out squares once it's dry, and you just dry brush on a darker color of like certain different colors. You dry brush it like not solid, you don't want it to completely cover, you want to get most of the paint off your brush. Then inside the squares you want to dry brush on the darker color. So you sort of get the effect, and then when you peel off the paint you'll have just different size squares. You can also make circles on it by just dipping like the lid of a margarine container in some of the different colors once it's dry and putting it like this on there. That'll make different circles. What I'm going to do is once it's dry with a pencil, I'm going to trace out the outline of a tree, like a shadow of a tree, and just put 2 lovebirds on it, and then I'm going to do with like a black, light brown. I'm just going to trace it in, so it'll just look like a shadow of a tree. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it, and I'll show you the final product.
Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half and I'm done. Probably a half an hour of that was just letting it dry. I have come to the conclusion that, okay, you have to have some artistic ability, which I do not. Kind of looks like a kindergarten made it, but I'm going to show you anyways, because why not, right? It was fun.
So here's the final product. I know it's not great, and it's still a little shiny there. I just traced this on with magic marker, rough-handed a tree branch, and then made little lovebirds. I saw this actually on Etsy, and I was like, oh, it reminds me of me and my husband, so I wanted to, instead of spending hundreds of dollars, recreate it. The one on Etsy is much, much, much nicer. But anyways, it was really a lot of fun. And what else are you going to do on a Sunday night? So get creative, find your inner artist. Either get the little acrylics from the dollar store and create a creation, or use some extra paint you have lying around in a cheap canvas. This canvas was about $2.50, so that's all that cost me. I'm probably going to paint over it and try shapes. That might be a little bit easier, but it was a lot of fun. Find your inner artist. That's your tip. We'll see you next time.